Okay, very quick one. It is a Friday, and who knows what happens once I get home. I probably am going to face plant into the couch and be so tired I don't make a video. So very quickly, what did I teach today? All right, up there it says, ask what happens, read small batches, question what happened, reading. So I want my students to read. Why? Gotcha. So here's how I lead off class. I led off class, showing a video clip on whose podcast was it? Jordan Peterson's podcast, and he's interviewing Jocko Willink. And Jocko Willink is a military guy. He's a Navy SEAL. And I show about a 3-minute clip in which Jordan is asking a little bit of biography stuff. And Jocko says, I went to the University of San Diego and I was an English major. And he explains why he is an English major. And the thing that he explains about being an English major is that because he's an English major, he is able to clearly write ideas that allow his men to be promoted, that allow him to run missions the way he feels they should be run, because his language is articulate and clear. Now, the reason why I showed this video clip is because I told my students, and I had, I think, 3 words written up there. And the first word was trust. I hope my students trust me that I'm trying to do the best for them. Trust. But the next word I had up there was cred. Because the fact is, they could argue, Conway, you're a small town teacher, you're a small time teacher, you don't know anything. They're not wrong. So I need to establish credibility. Now, I can't do it for me because I'm still the same guy. But when the stuff I teach is corroborated by very wise people out in the world, that gives what I teach credibility, even if it doesn't give me that much more. Well, this is a guy who's in the military, a place where a fair chunk of my students are going to end up. We have 1 or 2 students every year that go military. So by using this podcast clip, like I said, 3 minutes or so, maybe 4, but what it establishes is, this is the credibility. You need to read and write because it makes you more articulate. When you are more articulate, you become more persuasive and more powerful. Then what I did is I showed them a couple-minute video clip of a TikToker. I have him on YouTube, but essentially just makes complaints about the world. Now, if he was merely to state, this is boring, this job sucks, he's not going to get any cred. But to gain credibility as a comic, he has to clearly articulate the problems of working in the service industry. Once he does that, people click on his page and he gets support and people go watch him in person. Awesome. All right. Next up. So I established that, and then I put a timer up on the board. The timer today was for 7-Eleven. It amused me. I gave them a page that they had to read. It actually was like 3 pages. I gave them this clip that this piece that they had to read. I put up a timer of 7 minutes and 11 seconds, but I also did this. I explained that for 7 minutes and 11 seconds, whatever they want to do, they can't. And they have to take their ADHD LMNOP and punch it in the face for 7 minutes and 11 seconds. And I said, I realize some of you are going to really want to just disappear. Don't. I have the timer up there because if I don't, your ADHD will say, well, how long are we doing this for? Is this going to be tested? What are we reading? No, you have a timer. And at the end of the timer, that's it. I only need you to read. We will continue the story next week, but I only need you to read to get the main idea of who the story is about, where the story takes place, and what are these characters setting out to do. That's it. So there's their intent. So you know what kind of they are looking for. Sorry, I just got blurry on you there. Light changed outside, so my camera. Anyways, I'm not stopping recording. There, ADHD, how about that? So next thing I did is I held up an electric candle that I have. Battery candle. And while it's not right here, I point out that it is a physical item that as long as it is on, you tell yourself, nope, I got to focus, that's on. I point out how often when I'm doing work at home, I will light a candle. And as soon as I disengage to play a video game, to check my phone, to chat with my wife, I got to blow out the candle. As long as I am in the room with the candle, I can't do anything except my schoolwork. And if I stop doing my schoolwork, I got to blow out the candle because that's what it's there for. Third thing I did, and this is the last thing, so the video is about to end. The third thing I did was I played them a musical clip from the superstar musician Iggy Azalea. And as soon as they heard dum, 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 the fact is half the class wiggled a little bit. And I pointed out that whatever music they have going on in their headphones when they're trying to work, or whatever music I play back here, it cannot be Iggy Azalea. As talented as you may think she is, you have to have dead music. Music that is a white noise style, because your body is going to respond to anything that is popular. Even if you would say you didn't like it, you will respond to it. So you could put on Red Hot Chili Peppers, a band I really dislike. I really dislike them. I can't explain it, but that's arguably one of my least favorite bands. Put on their music. It will distract me, because while I'm not a fan of the band, I know their music because it's always on the radio. So it will distract me. So I put on, what did I put on? I think for one class, I put on smooth jazz. For another class, I put on, I think, tinkling piano music. Sorry for that yawn. Tinkling piano music. And for the third, I think just library sounds. Candle, timer, background noise. 7 minutes and 11 seconds, go. And then on the board, I told them, here's your task. As you read for the next 7 minutes, ask yourself what's about to happen. As you read a small little clip and ask yourself what just happened. Then do it again. Read a little bit, ask yourself what just happened, read a little more. But as you're doing this, constantly ask what's about to happen next. What's about to happen next? All right. I apologize for being so rambly. However, it is a Friday, and I hate to use the expression, it was a long week because it was a great week. But it is the first full week that we've had, 5 days, and wow. As the English would say, I am knackered. Yeah. But it's a great week. Look forward to next week because I got some good stuff to cover then too. All right. Have a great weekend. Brush your teeth, wear your seatbelts.